Hello, everyone. Welcome to Binary Alpha Season 5. This is our class number 10 Q&A session. Everyone just had the opportunity to watch a class about fake push with tension lines and our flag cage to which we draw. And now we're going to take some questions specifically on the fake push with tension lines and flag cage. So let's jump right in. Amir has a first question here for us. He says, Adam, for a fake push, should we look for a decent flag candle that breaks the second moving average and the Kazi high-low, or a flag candle sequence is adequate? Um, Either one is fine, but whichever candle that you have that actually breaks the second moving average and the Kazi high-low, that's going to be the candle that you draw your flag cage from, okay? And Andrew here has a picture. He says, fake push, question mark. Thing is this a good fake push opportunity? Down here. Yeah, this would be a place where I would think would possibly be a good fake push opportunity without counting the levels and stuff right now. You do see this is a place that the market tries to come and push off of. Kazi maybe in this instance, if he sees a big candle like this because it's much larger than the other candles, he may wait and see what happens. And as he sees the market come down and pin very heavily here off this Kazi high low, he may just wait this out, and once the market comes to this price point, that's where he takes his call from. And more than likely, if it's in the first 10 seconds or so of this candle's minute, he wins there as well. So yeah, so this is a good picture of a fake push. Amir says we're still doing fake pushes on second and third levels, not trading on first and fourth levels. Correct. Right. Again, just to be safe for now. Yeah. Okay. All right. The next question. Let's see who has the next question. Again, if you posted your question above, please repost it because that will help me to not have to scroll all the way back. Stefano says, do you consider the spread on your broker when triggering the fake push? No. That really has more to do with Forex than it does. I mean, the spread, no, we don't consider that because it still should move about the same amount of points. So we're not really worried about that. Hermogenes says, hi, Adam. With high volatility in the market, realistically using fake push is not safe, isn't it? No, it's still safe, again, because we're still looking at, the bouncing ball. The ball is bouncing. It's all about momentum and understanding that momentum. Here, for instance, the ball bounces down. There's, a lot of volatility here because, the U.S. and Europe markets open at the same time. This is a flag candle, pushes down, comes back up. It pins heavily on this Kazi high-low and finishes underneath it. So Kazi, what he would like to do is when this comes up again and touches the Kazi high-low, that may be his price point. But again, one of the things I said with fake push, this is an advanced method. It's something you should just practice for now. If you're not any good at it, that's okay too. Not everybody's good at it. I'm not good at it. I don't actually ever trade it myself. Kazi's good at it. Larry's good at it. A few other people are good at it, but not everybody is good at it. You have to have a quick trigger finger and be convinced about your trade. For instance, here, you would have to be convinced that the market was still going to finish down in this cycle for you to really go for a fake push when it came back up here to this Kazi high-low, okay? Okay, can we consider taking a fake push in the same direction as the flag candle from the trend line? Yeah, I mean that's also a place where you can take a fake push from as well as a trend line, and yeah, if the market if you feel like the market will continue, and it's going to be some type of invalid logic. Keon says, so don't take a fake push middle of a 1 minute trade. Yeah, usually Kazi likes to take it fairly close to the beginning, but I think that's okay as well, just depending on how hard it pins. Andrew says if I trade for 10 euro, then a fake push, I'd have to go for 25. Right, yeah. It would be whatever your next bullet amount is. Can you bid for 2 minutes on a fake push? From my understanding, everything Kazi does with fake push is always a 1 minute scenario. Okay, Pratik said, just want to confirm that when drawing the lines, it is off of the body and not the pins, top and bottom. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, Stefano says, I'm sorry, Adam, just to sum up my question about the spread. So you wait on the MT4 to see when the price gets to your desired fake push price, and when it gets there on your MT4, you trigger the trade. Correct, yeah. So, say in this instance, we were waiting, you know, let me zoom in here so you can see a little bit better. So we have, this Kazi high-low price point. This probably happened pretty fast, but we have our flag candle. This immediately comes up. It tries to push through the Kazi high-low here, but it's not able to. And you can see it finishes just a little bit under it. As soon as this comes up and hits that price point, you have to, have your trigger finger ready and go for a put there. Okay. That's, that happens fast. So only worry about what's happening on the MT4. Okay. And usually whatever brokers we're using, will be pretty on target with all of that. Amir says, Adam, so any delay between the market and taking the order with the broker can be deleterious since we have a hair trigger. Yeah, you're right, Amir, and that's exactly why this is an advanced method. It's kind of like an extra tool for you if you want to use it. And, it's something, again, it happens extremely fast. That's why, for one, I would make sure that you have adequate internet speed, that you're not using Wi-Fi or anything like that. You want your trade to go through really quickly from the broker. Yeah. So, all right. Fahad says fake push has to be only in the same direction as a flag, or can we do it in the opposite direction? No. Again, if you got to watch the class, it can be in either direction depending on what type of trade you have. Remember, we had the example that I showed here. Let me see if I can pull up the picture real quick. We had the example here of a trade that I had from USD CAD where we I don't have it with me right now, but there was an example, and if you watch the video that I showed, where there was a valid seventh logic, and if you would have taken a put, even though the flag candle was called, if you would have taken a put when it was pinning highly, you would have won, in a much bigger price point spread than you would have if you would have just went for the straight seventh logic. Okay, you're welcome. Any other questions, guys? Adam, we are still relying on the 1 hour chart and X-ray vision when we go for a fake push, correct? I did not see you utilizing this in the video. Yeah, I mean, we're always trying to figure out, from our 1 hour chart what's happening, and then from our 1 minute chart what's happening as well. Everything is still about the 1 hour chart. But if you've looked at the 1 hour chart and you see some type of setups there, and you again, you have to use all of your tools, your trend line, tension lines, Kazi high-low break, everything to make sure you're doing everything right. And again, that's why this takes a lot of experience and expertise to do any type of fake pushes. Okay. Yeah, Martin. I mean, once you are in a situation where you you always analyze a 1 hour market first, and that's already in your mind before you come to the trade you're taking. Derek says, where should we draw a flag cage in the case of a deflag situation? Honestly, Dirk, I've actually never seen Kazi do that I can think of, but I'm guessing it would be, imagine this is a deflag here, so we have our flag candle bonus, obviously sits on top of these tension lines, so we're not going to do anything there. But if this is our deflag, this is our last. So this is our bottom of our flag cage. This is the top of our flag cage, and then wherever the Kazi high-low position is here. See, this is a little bit tricky, but more than likely it would be about right here. So these will be our three price points for anything like that. But again, I've never seen Kazi use a flag cage or a fake push for a deflag as well. Okay, Claude's typing a question here. Let's wait to see what his question is. With the Bollinger Band entry point on a single candle, hold on. Oh, sorry, I'm reading two different questions. Would the Bollinger Band act as a tension line when doing a fake push? No, we really don't ever. We don't ever really use the Bollinger Bands to do a fake push off of them because they are more dynamic. They move, as the market is moving. They're kind of like a dynamic trend line, so we won't really ever use those for a fake push position. Vinay says one can take one or more entry positions in a single candle. No, Vinay. So if you're taking multiple positions within, if you're taking multiple positions, you still have to use your 5, 10, 25, 100 to do that with. So if you're taking two bullets, when you're on your $10 bullet, then your next bullet would need to be 25. Again, that's why this is an advanced method, because again, if you lose a 5 and then win a 5, you still lose overall. So yeah, it's again one of the things I said, that this is first and foremost a recovery method. It helps you to get a better recovery within your sequence, within the sequence you're trading in. Okay, so that's important for you for us to remember that we still have to use those bullets like that. Okay. Are there any more questions about fake push here? Trying to see if I can find, like, in this situation, here, if I can draw this line straighter, I would take, this is my flag candle. I would take my $5 here. I would take a $10 immediately in the start of this candle, and then I would take a 25 as soon as it hits the Kazi high low, which is basically, it's close to there anyways, and you have to be fast. And, in a situation like this, maybe I wouldn't have the opportunity to do that because it would happen so fast. But still, you end up winning, sticking with the logic. You can always still win sticking with the logic as long as you're doing the appropriate thing. This just gives you sometimes a better price position to win your trade from. Okay. Robert is typing a question, so let's see what he has to say. Okay. While he's typing, I'll see if I can find any more positions in the market where you could have taken a fake push from, just to see if we can get some more examples here for us. Okay, here's a really good example here. Okay, so we have this single candle flag. Again, it's 40 points. You compare that to the size of the other candles, 14 points, 20 points. It's about twice the size of all the other momentum there. It's possible that in a situation like this, Kazi would say, I'm going to wait to see what the market may do with such a large, flag candle here. Okay, this one comes down and pins off nicely the Kazi high low and pushes back up. So again, if you're playing a cycle like this, and say you use your $5 here and you lose, you see this pinning happening like this. If you go in immediately with your $10, and then as soon as it comes down, you go in with your $25, you end up winning a $25 and a $10 there. So your $10 recovers this loss, and then your $25 actually gives you the equivalent of about 5 wins there. So you actually win about 5 or 6 trades in the setup. But again, that's why this is a method you have to master. Okay. All right. Robert says, Adam, if we are in doubt, will it be better to just forget about the fake push and go back to basic binary alpha? Yeah, Robert. That's fine as well. If this is too confusing for you, then it's okay to stick with basic binary alpha. This is not something you have to do. You will not be tested on fake push. It's just an extra tool that if you can become good at, then you can use that to help you trade binary alpha. Okay. All right. Let's see. Fahad is messaging here. Did you guys just say yes or no really quick if you guys understood what I was talking about here in this setup? Did this make sense? Okay, cool. Yes, barely. That's okay, Amir. Yeah, it is risky. So you really have to be sure that you know what you're doing because sometimes you see something like this, then you see the market push down. But again, this is about understanding the momentum of the market. This is a strong bit of momentum. The next tension line is not until here. More than likely, the market will try to push its way to this tension line. It's the ranges of the market. As you can see, the market pushes up and it gets pushed back down from this range. Okay, and so in this situation where we see this pinning type thing happen, and we're in maybe like a second level type scenario, it's a safe level. We see that the market is, again, like the bouncing ball idea. The market is, let me get my pen here. The market comes up, bounces down, comes back up, and it doesn't have the ability to break this. And so the market may try to push back down again before it pushes up. And then you get a D flag here, loss recovery, another D flag, but no other trades there. But again, I mean, yeah, this is extremely risky. But think about this, you've used a $5 here, you've lost, right? Then you use a 10 and a 25 here. With your 25, because it's a clear open win, you've used a $10 here, which covers your $5 loss, right? But then you have a $25 win here, which is the equivalent of winning 5 trades, $5 trades. And then you've also won your $10, so you've won 6 trades just in this one cycle. If you're good enough at this, you're done for the day, just right there. And then you have a D flag, loss recovery situation. You have 7 wins potentially in a setup like that. And again, you can be done for the day with just one setup if you can understand the fake push. Okay, let's see. See these other questions here. Fahad says we can combine logics with fake push if we have taken recovery trade using logic, and if we're losing, get a better price. Yeah, exactly. Fake push is about being able to get a better price. Yep, and we have to get a feeling of the momentum to give us confidence. Okay. I mean, honestly, Kazi may also take a fake push here. I've seen him do that before too, with a bonus type scenario. He sees it come down, and then when this pushes back up and sits right on top of the Kazi high low, he may sometimes do that as well. Do we never take a fake push is for heroes? That's right. For some reason, I like fake push more than seventh logic. Can we do a 2-minute fake push? I don't think we ever have scenarios where we do 2-minute fake pushes that I can remember. Okay. Okay. Any more questions about fake push? You often say 5 trades a day. That's enough, but that only makes yeah, of course, if you're trading with a $1,000 account, but if you want to become a co-trader with Kazi and you prove yourself over time, larger accounts are possible. Kazi did say in the beginning of Binary Alpha that $5,000 for a co-trader and all that stuff, but in the long run, Kazi's not, he knows that nobody's here to make $17 a day. He knows that nobody's here to just make 20 bucks a day. He knows that everybody's here to try to make a significant amount of money. And so, $5,000 is just kind of like testing us to see if we're ready. And then as we grow as traders over time, larger accounts are possible for those people who are disciplined enough and ready enough to do so. It's the same thing with the people who, his in-house co-traders. It took them quite a bit of time. And, they started out with small live accounts at first, like $500 or $1,000, and slowly they worked their way up to where now they trade as a team. They trade in like a $10 million account, and they're taking trades at $500, $1,000, $5,000 trades at times. and it grows significantly like that, which is one of the benefits of being a co-trader is being able to have access to larger trading funds in the future if you show that you can do that yourself. And then also if you personally have your own income as well. um, you know we said this is based on $1,000 account. Well, if you had $10,000, that's almost $200 a day you can make with 5 wins a day. And for a lot of people, that's good. That's good. So Wadi said, "Can we take a fake push? Can we take a fake push to beat the market in the wrong direction?" I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure exactly what that means. So can we fake a fake push? So I think actually, if we faked a fake push, then we would actually be trading normal binary alpha and not using the fake push because it would cancel itself out, right? Wadi's one of my friends. I think he's trying to. Mix me up here. You can have um, two losing candles, and you can do a fake push to win. Let's see. You can have two losing candles, and you can do a fake push to win one out of it. Right, exactly. So you may lose one trade, but you may end up winning another one. Okay. So let's see here. Wadi, that's like saying, have you never not done anything wrong? If you say yes or no, if you say yes or no, it's the same outcome. Um, how many fake pushes are here? Okay. Let's see here. Level 2, level 3. Um, let's see, Keon. For me, I believe this would be an invalid seventh logic because you see how this second loss kind of gets stuck at the second moving average. It's not really able to break it all the way. Um, you know, I would say maybe you could go in here for a 2 minute call, or yeah, I mean, if you got your logic wrong, I guess here, then when this comes down to a tension line, you could go for a 1 minute call for an invalid seventh and recover yourself. That's about the To me, that's about the only place I probably would. Well, I guess you could also the top of the flag candle here, as this price comes down. As soon as it hits here, you could go for a 1 minute call as well, and you see that where this flag candle is here, the price in 1 minute never comes back down there, so that would be a winning trade as well. Adam, why do you not like fake pushes? Um, you're probably more passionate about seventh and invalid than fake push. It's just something again that I never really got very good at, and for me, it's more of a you have to be a quick trigger type mechanism. It's not doesn't always seem as clear cut. You also have to have that mindset all the time because you don't know if it's going to come in that trade or not. And so it's kind of one extra thing to add on all of the other logic. So for me, that's why I never used it very much. Yeah, I think individual personality, individual preference. If you are more if you are more of a hyper person, I think this works better for you. Maybe if you have ADHD or something, um, that may be a good thing for you. So Kazi is hyper, maybe. Fake push for candle whisperers. That's right. Just like dog whisperers. All right, guys. Any other questions specifically about fake push? Any other questions here? Andrew's typing something. Let's see what he has to say. We'll probably take one or two more questions and then we will go ahead and end our session. But it is possible to trade without fake push with profit. Yes, 100%. You do not have to use fake push for profit. Again, this is not to try to sell you guys on anything. This is just letting you know some information. Like when I trade head break, because head break is what I do right now. I just trade straight head break. I don't try to do any fake pushes or anything like that. But Larry, who actually he's the guy who's the coder for Binary Alpha, he trades fake pushes with head break all the time. He's really good at it, and that's his preference. And it's different personalities. He's really good with that. I feel like I do better with just the straight, logic of head break, and the same thing with binary alpha as well. Again, it's not something you have to do, but it can be a tool to help you if you want to use it. Okay, guys, let's take one more question, and then we will finish up this Q&A on flag candle. I mean, on fake push. Would we be trading head break? We'll talk about that more in the future, Fahad. That's going to depend on a lot of different things. Right now, the focus should be just on trading binary alpha, so you can get the foundational stuff of momentum and you're going through the co-trader selection process. Because think about this, guys. If you were in Kazi's shoes, if you were in his position, and you had a significant amount of financial resources and you wanted to invest it into traders, you would do a lot to make sure those people were going to do right with your investment, right? Just this can be interactive part. Just say yes or no, right? Wouldn't we all? You can type yes or no in here. Yeah. I mean, if we're investing in anything, we want to make sure that our investment is going to pay off. Kazi's definitely here to help us, but he has not been shy about the fact that he also wants to grow his own wealth as well. And it helps both of us. It helps him and it helps us. And so for him, he really wants to make sure that people are disciplined. And one of the best ways to make sure people are disciplined is for people to go through this binary alpha course, learn binary alpha, learn momentum, and do a really good job with that. His co-traders that come to his home every day, some of them trade head break and some of them trade binary alpha. And so it just depends on the personality and the preference, but all of them went through the same process that you guys are going through. All of them went through binary alpha. They had to prove themselves that they could become co-traders. They went through demo accounts, and the majority of them, it took them a year. It took them a year or more to go through that process, but now they're all of them who were disciplined and who stuck it out. They're doing extremely well financially for themselves. Okay. All right. Yeah, everybody will, find their own style of trading. For some of you guys, you may be the bonus person. You may be somebody who's like, I can just read the market with bonuses like crazy, and I can win 10 bonuses a day. Some of you may say, I want to perfect, fifth logic and seventh logic. For me, that was one of my main focuses when I traded binary alpha. I traded mainly seventh and invalid seventh logics because that was a recovery method, and I felt like if I could, if you can learn how to recover, then you can be more aggressive when it comes to trading bonuses. Yeah, BA binary alpha is great to learn momentum. You're right, Fahad. What's the difference between binary alpha and head break? Binary alpha, is everything you guys have seen now. Head break is basically where you take a piece of wood and you break it over your head, and then you no head break is still based upon momentum, but it has more to do with 5-minute trading rather than 60-second trading, and so you have a little bit more time to analyze the market and make sure that you're going into something different. All of these are profitable strategies. Binary alpha is where Kazi basically made himself a millionaire through binary alpha, and head break is something he developed along the way. And again, it's all based upon momentum. And yeah, so it is good to specialize in one area that can be profitable as well. Yeah, I mean, if you can become good at seventh logic, the whole 5-10 method idea with this $45 account was kind of based upon winning within seventh logics. If you could get 5 to 10 seventh or invalid seventh logics per day, you're just playing the last two bullets, but you can play a larger amount of money if you become good at that. Okay. Claude says number one skill in binary alpha is to learn the 1 hour to 1 minute momentum, right? Yeah, exactly. That I would definitely say learning what the 1 hour chart is doing is one of the most important things. Understanding how to read that and you see how that interact or how that changes what's happening in the 1 minute chart. What about being holistic to learn it all? That's good too as well, Pedro. I mean, it's good to be able to learn it all as well. There's nothing wrong with that. Also, if you're good, Kazi learns it all. I mean, he's good at bonuses. He's good at fifth and seventh logics. He's good at fake pushes. He's good at head break. He's good at blindfold. All of those things he's definitely become an expert at. Okay. Adam, did you trade the U.S. session on a holiday like this? Yeah, I mean, U.S. session doesn't, even when it's a holiday, it's fine. It may just be a slower market. You may have smaller moves in the market at that time, is all. Fahad, what is blindfold? We'll talk about that more when we get to it, but it has to do with trading reversal momentums in the market. But we're still working on it, and we'll see what happens in the near future with that. All right, guys. Any more questions specifically related to fake push? If not, we will go ahead and finish our class. A few people are still typing. Let's see what they have to say, and then we will finish up. In the 5-10 method, do you trade bonuses or only the third and fourth bullet? Well, Kazi, because he's so good at it, he was able to trade also bonuses. But for me, I would only trade the third and fourth bullet. I feel like, to me, that's the safest way to do it. Yeah, so yeah, again, blindfold. You'll get more information about it in the future, but again, it has more to do with trading reversal momentums in the market. We're going to have a class on the 5-10 method. Is there any class video I can watch to get an idea of what it is? Stefano, basically, it's just look at Kazi's $45 account that he took to trade from $45 to $1 million. And it's basically just a 2-bullet idea. You use 2 bullets, and if you can win 5 to 6 2 bullets a day, then you have the chance to really grow an account significantly. But again, that account for Kazi was more just to show people that Binary Alpha works. It wasn't necessarily to say, hey, copy my method and do the same thing. You can try it if you want, but it's you have to really, really, really know Binary Alpha. I would say, don't try it until you've been in Binary Alpha for 3 or 4 months at least. Adam, where are the records available for Kazi's trade? You can go here to the Binary Alpha site, Binary Alpha. You go to, I believe it's here, Mastering Binary Alpha. Go to this plan chart where it says Money Management. And this is where you can see. So he started in, I believe, February of last year with this. And he didn't trade this full time, but he grew the $45 account to over $300,000 in a matter of probably about 10 months. And this, again, not even trading it full time. Here he shows on the left, some of those accounts. And then he has some of his past week's trades on here, although he doesn't have a log. He used to have the pictures of them, but he doesn't have the, I don't think he has the pictures anymore. But again, you actually see he was able to trade bonuses a lot of times because he understood where the market was going with bonuses. And he traded a lot of invalid fifths and stuff like that. And if you need a third bullet to recover, well, if you've built up your account enough, then you can do like a 5, 10, 25 method, but I wouldn't go any past that as well. So, okay, guys, let's go ahead and finish up this class for today. Thanks everybody for coming to the Q&A session here about our fake push with tension lines and flag cage. For some of you, this is probably going to be something that may help you to get some extra trades or to recover well in a lot of ways. And for some of you, you may not, again, want to do this, and that's completely fine as well. You're not going to be tested specifically on fake push. But hope you guys enjoyed this class, and we'll look forward to seeing you in our next class, which is going to be about money management and specifically about the psychology and mindset of a trader. And hopefully, it's probably going to be one of the most important classes because even if you have all of the logic and all of the knowledge, you still have to manage money wisely and properly, because if not, then you can end up failing very quick in the market. Well, thanks everyone. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and we will see you guys on Wednesday. Thanks.